Hello my faithful faggots. My name is Pickles, the gayest man in the universe, and today I am going to Lost Wages. Lost Wages is a fictional town that appears in the swell adventure game Leisure Suit Larry in the land of the lounge lizards. When I get to Lost Wages I will end up in front of Lefty's bar. I will enter Lefty's bar and see a couple of guys at the bar drinking their assortment of booze and one skanky female. The sight of the guys will make me so horny that I will rip out my 300-mile-long cup from my pants and start to rape the guys like I'm new in town and I'm hoping that someone can show me a good time. Looks like that I'll be getting plenty of ass action tonight. Smacking the female to death with my cup like you're distracting me and softening my boner. That takes care of her. Now to take care of these faggots using the jukebox, the moose head, the collection of bottles, and the whole bar as a dildo. Now suck my cup. Time to get love drunk on my penis pina colada bag. That lost well. After turning everyone gay I will make my way to the back room and notice a drunken guy who is sitting shit-faced on the floor. I will walk up to him and accidentally tread on his balls. The drunk will wail in pain and the screams will break the fourth wall and I will shove my 300-mile-long cock into his mouth and force him to give me a blowjob like no, I don't have a glass of whiskey but I have a load of my swellness. It's the same color as whiskey and it looks like a faggot, like you will chug down anything like a stream of my man juices. Bag. That lost well. After that, the drunk will give me a TV remote control. I will grab the rose that is in this on the table and I will head to the toilet. I will sit on the toilet and take a big poopy diarrhea dump like plop. There's some swell graffiti on this wall. Plop. Ken sent me. I'll remember that plop bag. That lost swell and stinky. Before I leave I will notice a shiny object in the sink and I will reach my hand into the sinkhole and pull out a diamond ring, of which I put on my penis as a cock ring. I make my way back to the bar, and while the guys that I raped earlier on are having a poopy bum orgy and using the various body parts and internal organs of the stank that I killed earlier on, as dildos I knock on the red door that's on the left side of the bar. The big fat nigga behind the door asks for a password and I decide to say Ken sent me and see what happens. The door opens and the jet black pimp allows me inside. The big fat pimp will sit on the stairs and tell me that if you want to screw the hoe upstairs I'm gonna have to pay $200. I then say fa. My name is Pickles and there is no way I'm gonna fuck some female prostitute for any amount of money. I will, however, fuck your black bum for free. I'm popping a 300-mile-long cap in your ass, burning 500 calories with my pelvic thrusts, using the TV remote that I got off the drunk in the back room as a dildo. The TV turns on. The channel changes. The channel changes again. The pimp seems vaguely interested. The channel changes again. Eureka! I finally hit the gay porn channel. To suck my cock. Time for my pimp juice. Bag. That lost gangsta. Having turned the pimp gay, the pimp will be glued to the TV screen watching gay porn and I will go up the stairs while he's distracted. I will see a female stank sprawled on the bed and the sight of the stank will make me vomit half my body weight and then I will beat the slut to death with my cock like I will jump out the window and land inside a large garbage bin. I will then do a quick search through the bin and find a hammer, of which will make a swell dildo later on. Then I will jump out of the bin and make my way back to the front of Lefty's bar. I will summon a taxi and he will come and I will hop into the taxi and ask the driver to take me to the Quick Mart. I will naturally get bored while sitting in the back seat and I will relieve my boredom by ripping out my cock and start to masturbate like you don't mind if I play with myself back here. While spanking the monkey, the taxi will arrive at the Quick Mart and then the driver will turn towards me and say that I owe him $5. I pay the taxi driver with a generous helping of cum like thanks buddy. Maybe I'll see ya again sometimes. Bag. That lost well. I will walk into the Quick Mart and approach the elephant jockey behind the counter and say hello, my name is Pickles and I want a 300-mile-long condom for my cock, of which is the exact same size. The brown boy will be scratching his greasy head and say I'm sorry sir, we don't sell condoms that are 300 miles long. I will get pissed off at the deputy and say, how dare that occur, munching lower mortal like you displeases the walking embodiment of swellness that is me, Pickles. As a man who has the swellness that miserable little insects like yourself can only dream of, I demand that you produce a 300-mile-long condom right now for my cock. If you dare refuse my request again, so help me, I will pluck out one of your eyes from the sockets and I will stick my penis into the empty eye socket and vigorously rape your eye socket until I ejaculate enough semen that will make the amount of semen that the horse ejaculates in Ezekiel 23:20 seem like a drop from a tap. The raging tsunami of semen will be enough to crush your brain. I will then stick my cock up your penis hole, and then I will vigorously rape you through your pathetic penis, until I ejaculate another volley of cum and the streaming geyser of cum will rupture your internal organs, as it makes its way to your neck and the force of the cum will tear your head off of your cum-filled body. I will leave this decision up to you. but choose carefully, lest you want to die a slow, painful death. The dophead behind the counter will say that I swear on my father's goat ranch back in Bombay and my uncle's Indian grocers in Kendall Hill that I don't sell condoms that are of the size that you are demanding. Why are people demanding the impossible of me? Just last week I had a floating weirdo who looks like a flying wad of string with a frog's head in the center come into the store and he asked for a game suit, and not just any game suit, but one that has been worn by Martin Lomax from the Human Centipede 2, while on his honeymoon with Justin. The wrong answer. I didn't come all this way from Lefty's bar in a smelly taxi to hear another one on the tube. Muppet stories of fail. Just give me any old condom, you worthless bindi Kendall Hill resident. The CD Swell 69 through Pickles goes to Kendall Hill video for more details. The clerk asks me what king rubber you want, smooth or libbed. I say ribbed. The clerk then asks me colored or plain. I say colored. He asks me lubricated or rough cut. I say lubricated. He asks striped or plaid. I say striped. He asks peppermint or spearmint flavor. I say spearmint. Oh, I prefer poopy chocolate. Then the dophead cunt yells out to the entire store, hey everybody. This weirdo just thought a spearmint flavored, striped, lubricated, colored, lib blubber. Then all the people in the store pop out from the shelves and scream out, "What a pervert!" I buy a gay porno magazine and a bottle of cheap wine and make my way to the taxi stand. But not before I take long-awaited vengeance on the Betsy cunt in a speed rape like I haven't forgot about all this relaxing barbarism that I promised you. Fucking your eye out of the socket, fucking the eye socket. Coming in the eye socket. Feeling your brain getting squashed. Feeling the coming out of the other eye socket. Now I am fucking your penis hole. Now I'm coming again. My tongue is ripping out every orifice of your body. The cum has reached the bottleneck that is your neck. Your head has popped from your body like Peg, that lost well. I will leave the beheaded bindi clerk at his counter and make my way outside, and there will be a homeless man wandering past me. I will offer him the cheap wine that I bought earlier on, and while the homeless man abuses his liquor, I will rip his pants down and abuse his asshole like your bum is hairier than a lion's mane. Using the hair of the bum's asshole as dental floss. So remember to clean your teeth 3 times a day. Even swell sexy faggots like myself exercise good dental hygiene. I need to do so, as blowjobs can lead to tooth decay. To suck my cock. Not prepared to have your teeth whitened. Bag, that lost well. I then summon the taxi and jump in as soon as it arrives. While on board, I will ask the driver to take me to the casino, and while on the road, I will get bored again and start to masturbate like once again the taxi driver will arrive at my destination, and as he turns his head towards me to ask for the taxi fare, I will pay him in the official Drewland currency like bag, that lost well. I will wander into the casino and I will grab the deck of cards from the blackjack table and use the cards, and still goes like I'm playing blackjack against my prostate, testicles, seminal vesicle and intestines. Like my internal organs know how to play anything besides pass the poopy parcel and semen spitting contests. You little faggots are bust. Better day up. I will crap out all the cards as well as a large pile of poopy in the blackjack table like plop peg. That lost well. If this was the old EGA version of Leisure Suit Larry in the land of the lounge lizards, I would be doing all that. But since DJ Swell 69 is using the VGA version of the game, then I will be using the video blackjack game that replaces the blackjack table as a dildo like my internal organs are just as useless as video versions of blackjack as mirroring the video blackjack game screen with my poopy like plop peg. That lost well. I then walk into the cabaret room and see a troupe of dreaded females doing a Moulin Rouge dance on the stage. The sigh of the skanks make me rip out my cock and I will then beat the sluts with my cock in a blind rage like the game hints that these sluts are actually men. That better be true. I will then leave the cabaret room so I can grab the disco pass that is in the ashtray near the elevator. I will then decide to go back to the cabaret room and the troupe of skanks that I killed would be replaced with a comedian. I will not bother to sit down and listen to this bit tack, but instead I will jump on stage and take the anal innocence of the comedian and his drummer like what has 3 heads, 6 arms and 9 legs. 3 faggots having a swell poopy bum orgy. The 3 extra legs happen to be our cocks. Here comes comes the punchline. Bag, that lost well. After that, I will leave the casino and take the taxi to the disco. Once again I will masturbate the boredom away like the driver will ask for the fare once we arrive and I will pay him with my manly fluids like 3 cum showers in one night. You're one lucky son of a bitch. Bag, that lost well. I will be outside the disco and the disco will be guarded by a strapping young beefcake of a man and I will walk up to him and tell him that I have a card. He will wait for me to produce the admission card but instead of producing any sort of card I will produce my cock and then I will start to produce some swell love moms from this hunk of man meat by raping him like I am too lazy to show you the card I found at the casino. Squeezing his firm man boobs like honk you must be a member of Tony Little's gym cause only Tony Little can produce docile and horny bum boys like yourself to suck my cock not to come all over you bag. That lost swell. I will head upstairs into the disco area and then hit the dance floor and do the dance of a million unborn babies. This dance is done by taking off all your clothes and spinning around at a very fast pace while you beat your love sausage off like and then you flood the entire disco with a million unborn babies that are marinating in your love gravy like bag. That lost swell. The cum-drenched men will be turned gay and will start killing all females in the disco and start a massive orgy afterwards. I will then head back to the streets and summon another taxi and ask the cab driver to take me to the chapel. Once again I will masturbate throughout the entire boring journey like and then the taxi will arrive at the chapel but instead of the cab driver turning his head to ask for the cab fare, the cab driver will stare straight outside the front windshield and say we arrived at the chapel sir. Don't worry about paying the fare. This one's on the house. Have a nice evening. I'll be extremely happy for getting a free ride to the chapel and then I will get out of the taxi and make my swell way to the chapel. But not before I jump into the front of the taxi, before the driver could get away and speed rape the driver like there's no way if you're escaping from your pickles raping I always make sure all deaths are repeated using meter flag as a racking fare $69 I suck my cup not time to pay the fare my thoughts to become for all time 6 number 4 drink some more bag. That lost swell. Then I will walk into the chapel, while that sexy little hunk of man meat Larry Laffer is about to finish his marriage vows to that slutty bitch fun. I will scream I object to this monstrosity of a wedding. Larry Laffer will turn towards me and say who the hell are you and why are you disrupting my wedding? I will say hello my name is Drew Pickles and I have come from the future to warn you that you are making a grave mistake by marrying this tramp. Larry will retort by saying that's absolute bullshit. You're just another crazy homeless guy among the number of homeless guys I've met in lost wages. Get the hell out of here before I call the cops. I will then say this, if you're not gonna listen to reason then I will have to use another method of ramming the message through and then I will pounce on the little polyester wearing cutie and bombard his ass, while I speak some home truths like if you have married that fun bitch, she'll mug you, tie you up in your hotel room and run away with your stuff you'll meet another woman called Eve, but this slut will divorce you in leisure suit Larry too things kind of get better when you meet Kalala Tropical Island at the end of Larry 2 but she'll become a lesbian at the start of Larry 3 you may end up with having a long-term relationship with passionate Patty in the middle of Larry 3 and this relationship will last assumingly in the missing Larry 4 and of course in Larry 5 but Patty will vanish without a trace or without explanation in Larry 6 you'll meet some new age hippie stank called Shamara at the end of Larry 6 but she'll do exactly the same thing that fun does at the start of Larry 7 you'll also be successful in seducing Captain Phi but then things go downhill from there the Sierra Online will stop producing adventure games and after being absorbed into Vivendi, the Larry franchise will be left dormant until 2003 at that time, you'll be nothing more than a couple of cameos in Leisure Suit Larry, a game, where you'll be replaced with a shallow little ripoff of yourself who will act as your nephew. Moreover, Manacum has no proper puzzles or proper interactions that you'd expect from your swell past adventures and Allo had no involvement in the creation of the game, and I don't blame him. You actually progress through and score with the girls by playing mini games. If I wanted to play mini games to advance through the plot, I'd play WarioWare. Oh, you don't want to see what you look like in Leisure Suit Larry, box office bust. I just gave spoilers to all the Larry games. But still it would make more sense to join the swell sexy faggots in the Barney Bunch. I guarantee you'll be one on our shiny jewels on our poopy crown. You'll always have our respect and free assholes to plunder. Not prepared to be indoctrinated into the Barney Bunch by receiving my holy man juices. Peg, that lost swell. Then Allo the god of the Larry franchise will storm from out of nowhere and say what the hell is going on here. I will say hello my name is Drew Pickles and I am turning lost wages into swell wages. Allo will say that you are a suck fuck for ravaging my game. I don't know how you got programmed into this game but raping that lovable nerd Larry Laffer and turning him into a lovable nerd bum boy has really broken the fourth wall. Get the hell out of here before I have the programmers erase you. I will face Allo and say that me and the now gay Larry will show you the true definition of lovable nerd bum boy as well as sick fucks and we will have a threesome like it's an honor writing Allo's bum DJ Swell 69 has always enjoyed the Leisure Suit Larry games and he's got a raging boner over the fact that the land of the lounge lizards is getting a HD remake. If you want to get involved in the game's development, please click on the Link and donate any spare money that you have on the pledges of over $15. Get a copy of the Leisure Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Wizards remake when it's released. Let's make Leisure Suit Larry come again like I'm gonna come now like bag. That was swell. Wow, that was ass pumpkin ball bursting cocksucking Larry lad for loving fucking people up for money for a swell cause turn you gay swell. I think I will go to Lost Wages now. See you later my sexy faggots.